There you go.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. You're at the zoning administrator meeting of August 13, 2020. And I'll start the meeting off at 1:35 p.m. And first off, call the meeting to order. And do we have determination of noticing?
Legal notice is determined.
Great. Legal notice was done by James. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And wanted to let everybody know if they want to comment on we have one item on the agenda today. If they want to comment on that, they send in comments to pbscommissions@mendocino.org, and then we'll go through the meeting. We'll have the staff planner, Jesse Waldman, give a brief presentation on what the case is all about, Variance 2020-0001. Then I'll have the applicants see if they'd like to add anything to this. Then we'll open it up for public comment. Then we'll close public comment, and then I will ask some questions, and a decision will be made on this. Today it's a variance. So anyway, anybody with comments, send them into pbscommissions@mendocinocounty.org if you haven't done it already. And this is a Zoom meeting, so we'll get going. So this first case, variance 2020-001, is applicants Curt and Nancy Hassan. I hope I said that right. And variance is a request to reduce minimum side yard setback from 50 feet to 10 feet to allow 4 cargo containers and installation of roof-mounted solar on top of those containers along the northern parcel boundary line. Its environmental determination is categorical exempt, and it is the property is at 42263 42237 Casper Little Lake Road, and it's in Supervisorial District 4. And I'll hand it off to Jesse Waldman. Hi, Jesse. Oh, you gotta turn her on. Yeah, oh, there you start over. We can take a test. Are you there? Okay, we got you now.
Thank you, Director Schultz. This is Jesse Waldman, planner for Mendocino County Planning and Building Services. And yes, Curt and Nancy Hassan have asked for the request of a variance for a setback reduction on their parcel. It's an inland zone parcel, and it's rural residential. It's roughly 5 acres in size. Its standard setbacks would typically be, I should know this right off the bat, and I apologize for not knowing that. They've asked for the setback reduction to be 10 feet. Everything else about the use of the containers and the solar panels above the containers is consistent with our zoning ordinance and our general plan. The purpose and main point of this request is they did not want to remove trees or vegetation of their property, and it would be the best place to obtain solar power for their property, and it's in an existing developed area. And I've made my recommendations. If you would like me to go over the findings, I can do so. They have CAL FIRE clearance, and there are 4 building permits for the containers submitted with our planning and building department that are on hold pending this variance. And then upon this approval, those would be issued, and then they would be applying for a building permit to obtain the solar array on top above the shipping containers. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
Just if you could clarify, is the normal setback 50 feet and they want to go down to 10?
Yes, that's what I believe, and I can prove that in just one moment.
Okay, we'll come back. I'll come back to you later at the end then. Do you want to add anything else, Jesse?
I do not.
Thank you for that presentation. And your recommendation is?
Approval with my conditions.
And the applicants agreed to the conditions of approval? That's
yes.
Great. All right. Well, are the applicants here? Is Curt or Nancy on the line? Would they like to say anything in addition to that? I think you're you're on, Mr. Hassan Push, is that right? If you'd like
Hi,
to.
Curt.
Yes.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Hi, good to hear from you. Would you like to add anything to Jesse's presentation on your variance application?
Hold on a minute. Kurt's having a hard time understanding it. Hold on. Come here. Come on. Kurt's having a hard time understanding you. Are you there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello. Hello, Curt.
Yes, this is Curt.
Would you like to add anything to Ms. Waldman's presentation on your variance application?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
What was that? The phone's kind of garbled. I can't understand everything.
Mr. Hassenbusch, would you like to add anything to Jesse Waldman's presentation on your variance application?
I don't think so, because I've talked to Jesse quite a few times before, and pretty much clued her in on everything that's there. Where we want to put the containers is the only spot on the property that gets the sun that it needs for the solar system to work. And I don't want to take any of the forest down, because we love the trees, we love the foliage, we love everything. And my wife's a great planter. She plants everything that there is. And we just like to get on the solar system. I had solar systems before up in San Andreas, and before we moved here, and we got burnt out on the Butte fire in 2015, and we purchased property up here because we love the area. We both love the ocean area. We've both been up here since we were children, and on and off for vacations, and I just wanted to continue on my solar because I think it's the way to go, but we don't want to damage any of the environment while doing it. And where we're putting it, there's nobody, none of the neighbors or anybody else can even see it, so it's in an ideal place. Other than that, I don't think I have too much to add.
And if I could ask you, Curt, why did you put it on top of containers? I've never seen that kind of an installation before. Typically, we see these ground mounted on I-beam or pipe structures on the ground.
Because it takes up more room.
Because the
container, on top of the containers, will get it up a little bit higher so I get more sun, and it won't take up a bunch more room in the back where, we're planting stuff and have a garden growing and what have you. And I an open area where I'm able to do my work. It's still going to be mounted on I-beams on top of the containers. I haven't gotten a permit yet for the solar system itself, but I got all my drawings made up. But I was waiting to get this done first so I could go on the second phase of it.
Okay. All right. And are they new containers? Are you buying old containers and painting them? Are you installing it, or are you having somebody else install it?
No, I will be installing it, and they're new containers. They're considered one-trip containers. They were loaded overseas, brought over here, and never loaded again.
Okay, great. All right. Well, And again, how big is the solar array on top? It's, I see on the site plan, it's, what is it? It's 20 feet
It'll be,
by 37 feet? Something like that?
yeah, that's the size of the containers. That's what the containers area will be taking up. The solar array on top of it will be approximately 9,300 kilowatts.
Okay. And just, will the solar array fit within like the top of the box, or do they hang over the boxes, the container?
Now, if it hangs over, it wouldn't be more than like a foot on each end.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have, other than, do you agree with the conditions of approval and the variance that Jesse has prepared?
Thank you.
So, Curt, are you still?
Yes.
Do you agree with the conditions of approval?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Well, now what we're going to do, I appreciate that. Do you want to add anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing to add from the applicant, I'll open it up for public comment. We'll take a 3-minute. I'll put my timer on for 3 minutes. And again, if anybody wants to make any public comment about this, you send them into pbscommissions@mendocinocounty.org, pbscommissions@mendocinocounty.org, and we're going to take a 3-minute break right now and to see if anybody wants to send in comments.
Jesse Waldman, planner. May I make one clarification?
Sure. Go ahead, Jesse.
The setbacks for the rural residential zoning district in Division 1 are 50 feet.
Thank you, Jesse. All right, the 3-minute clock has run. James, do we have anybody who has sent in any comments?
I haven't received any.
All right, we have no public comments. With that, I'll close the public comment portion of our meeting. And I'll bring it all back to me to make a decision here. And what was it? I just want to make sure, Jesse, that we didn't have any comments from the neighbors. Nobody was upset about it being within 10 feet of the property line. Oh, can you unmute?
No public comment has been received by staff or on our commission services email.
So no comments.
No
And
comment.
we did the noticing out, our normal noticing, 300 feet. So no comments. All right. Well, with that, I concur with staff's recommendations for approval, and I approve variance 2020-0001 with the conditions included within the report. And that would conclude this item. And I'd like to just say on this item, if anybody does not concur with the zoning administrator's decision on it, they can appeal this, correct, Jesse, within 10 days. If they don't appeal it in 10 days, it's then deemed approved. So with that, wish you well with your solar project. Curt and Nancy, hope it goes well. And have a great day.
Hey, thank you so very much for taking the time to approve this. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sure. Take care.
And thank you, Jesse.
Yes, thank you, Jesse, too.
She's great. She does a good job.
Yes,
So-
she
You bet
does.
she does.
Yes. Good job, Jesse. All right, well, we're going to go on to, are there any matters from staff? Item 4. So no matters from staff. Are there any matters from the public? Should we wait 3 minutes and see if anybody wants to send anything in?
I think we're fine.
I think we're good.
'Cause they-
Don't see anybody. They could have
They have a telecomment.
telecommented yesterday at 7 o'clock. So anyway, all right. Well, with that, seeing no matters from the public, I will go to adjournment of the meeting at 1:52. And everyone have a great day.
Thank you. Nice to see you guys.
Good to see you. Take care, Jesse.
Thanks, Brent. Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.